Good morning, everybody. Oh, on this fine Tuesday, let's get the date. February 25th, 3:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Let's see if we got teach people today how to not be taken in. As you guys know, if you've been watching my videos before, I found out that the market maker is indeed manipulating the price of Litecoin on Coinbase Pro. You would have to find his trades, which I correctly identified: 1496.36, 1496.35, 0.01 off. And let's do the math. Okay, 75, 15. We'll say 96. And put the 73 spot 96 minus. We'll get right to work today, people. No wasting no time. 73.32. Only 2 cents off. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I did the math wrong. Let's do it over. That should have been $74. Johnny did a boo-boo. Let's clear it out. We make mistakes. Hey, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. See how many of you wake up chipper in the morning. Ready to go. We'll do it again. 74.79. Gotta be quick. No, 73.20. 32. Okay. They're about equidistant. So you would have to check in the next hour to see which way he's going to bring the market. But apparently to me, without checking, which I should check, but I can't because I can't go into the future, it looks like he's done dumping, so it's going to start to go back up. It really started heading back up after it breaks $80. So keep an eyeball out for that. But the market is manipulated. Just that today we just walked into the ending of a downtrend. That's why they're equidistant. Even when they're equidistant, they're not really equidistant. They're 3 cents off. Guaranteed, if you check this in about an hour, you're going to see the buy is much closer than the sell. I'm so used to this changing by the hour. It might change in 15 minutes. Now, what I've been looking at is what can I compare this into a modern day equivalent. And as far as I could tell, somebody asked me that question. You see a crime. Is there anything in the past that equals what's going on here? And people have been prosecuted for it. Okay, on NASDAQ, I know their market makers were manipulating the market, and NASDAQ caught them, and they fined them B with $1 billion. But I think this is a little bit more interesting because the actors here, they have certain aspects to them that are familiar. The personalities, even the ethnicity, um, and their backgrounds seem to match. Their social makeup, the psychology. And I compare the actors involved, I would say Charlie Lee and Brian Armstrong are the two main people that are involved in this here. Okay, because one, Brian Armstrong owns the exchange, and 2, Charlie Lee drafted the security, which it is in this case because federal law dictated it so. When it, 2 federal judges says, how do we treat cryptocurrency? And they said if it passes the Howey's test, it's considered a security. That's none of that vagueness that's out there. It's only created by the people involved in scamming people out of their money using cryptocurrency. So they asked, I would say Jordan Belfort and Steve Madden, and which with Jordan Belfort's part would be played by Brian Armstrong, and Steve Madden's part is played by Charlie Lee. And Steve Madden did 3 years. They pumped and dumped Steve Madden stock. Also, there's another very interesting aspect to this. And since this is a new technology that's promising you a lot, and it's just being used to manipulate you out of your money, I would say the personalities of Elizabeth Holmes and Brian Armstrong, you'll notice something at this penchant to wear black. You know, this penchant to be the next Steve Jobs. That's what I would start to worry. Okay? And they don't want to talk about the elephant in the room. Yeah, when she was approached, when she was embezzling her investors, she was telling them, "Oh, yeah, it does this, it does that," and she embezzled prominent people, so she was hauled into court really quick. This gentleman is not. He's doing things his own way to a whole different class of people. All right, and you could look and see that this fascination with Steve Jobs. They actually imitate Steve Jobs because they wear jeans. He used to wear a suit a lot. Now he's wearing a black shirt like Steve Jobs, this black famous turtleneck. You could tell these people both have the same psychological makeup. And one of them is a crook. And the second one is suspect. Okay? If you follow their profiles, if you people into psychology profiles, a lot of times I would sit in the back of a meeting, and as the meeting was going on, I was taking notes because I'm good at psychological profiling, feeling people out. And then they would come up, what do you think about this guy? I'd hate to say the technical name, but they used to call me a witch. A lot of people, how'd you know he was going to say that? And they used to call me a witch. Now, you can look at these people, the penchant to wear black, the penchant to imitate somebody that's successful. In this case would be Steve Jobs. This guy, too, is falling into that. You see the influence. But the problem is there's an elephant in the room with both these people. She defrauded her investors, and she's looking at 20 years. And she'll probably won't get 20 years because she'll give back some of the money that she absconded from, like, say, General Mattis and Charles Schultz. You know, they'll cut a deal. And I think Coinbase is going to be the next Theranos, to tell you the truth. There's a lot of funny things going on. It's obvious to us. We could actually see the market makers manipulating the market and robbing the investors on Litecoin. That much is clear. That's provable by simple math. I mean, if they were to sue me for, say, slander, and I went to court and I said, okay, judge, they said I'm slandering them because I'm accusing the market maker of rigging the prices on LTC. And how did they discover he was rigging the market prices and show the judge the math? He would kick this case right out of the courtroom. And I don't even think it'd even get that far because, to tell you the truth, I have whistleblower status. So they can't touch me no matter how much they threaten to sue me. The best part of it, that the people of the Litecoin Foundation, well, we're gonna sue you. Well, go ahead, sue me. I'm still waiting for the papers. They know what happens if they sue me. It's called discovery. And I go in the judge and tell him I told him I was a whistleblower and I was a professional of umpteen years, and I have people that back me up to tell you that I'm a professional. I'm much sought after, but I refuse to work in a market that's like this. I'm sorry, my ethics is coming to the forefront on this. I don't wanna be involved in ripping off people. I have to walk away. I'm one individual. And there's 20 holes in the dike. I only got 10 fingers. I know that. But at least the least I could do is to help other people not get caught in this trap. And possibility, some of you are smart enough to understand the math, you can exploit this. Now these guys, he's from Goldman Sachs, okay? I don't know why they don't want to reveal that he's a former Goldman Sachs employee. And we all know what Goldman Sachs is famous for. So let's take a look at Brian Armstrong. Let's review the people. That's what we're going to do today. Review the people, the personalities involved. This personality matches this personality, if you catch my drift. Okay? And he's written a book. Now the guy is openly trying to create a new financial system. But he isn't any better than the past financial system he's trying to replace, in which he's sticking it to the people who are invested in this financial system that he's created. This market should not be manipulated. That's it. That's all I got to say. Now, how I found out it was manipulated. Let's go to the document I got from the New York Department of Financial Services, which I call the greatest lie ever told. Apparently, their truth is, this is their version of the truth. Their truth versus my truth. Okay, my truth involves math. Their truth involves fabricating a story. You can read it right here. Okay? Just so you see where I got my information and formulas from. I'm not gaining anything from this. Others accuse me of everything under the sun because, you see, the criminal intent of mind thinks that everybody thinks like them, and that's a big fallacy that you make everybody. When I was working in banking and brokerage, I thought everybody thought like me, but there's a problem. Not everybody knows what you know, and you don't know what everybody else knows. So there's a gap in the communication. Something that you think is simple is not simple to other people, and something that they think is simple is not simple to you. In other words, they have experience doing a certain job, and you have experience doing a certain job. Even though you work for the same company, you have different perspectives and different tunes that you march to. And these people seem to be the alpha male and female, if you could understand what I'm saying here. If she were to shave her head, and you would watch their speech and their mannerisms, how they have a fake voice, how they dress, how they try to come off as somebody else. They try to imitate Steve Jobs because they want that Steve Jobs success, that wealth. The look, it's all contrived. What you're seeing when they're on stage talking to you, that's not them. Okay, it's all an act. It's all an act like this is right here. All right, it's all an act. These aren't real people. This isn't really them. Okay. For all you know, after this guy gets out of an interview, God knows what he's doing in his private life. Okay? Behind the scenes, you don't know what he's doing, is what I meant to say. God knows what's going on at Coinbase, where all of these profits are getting generated by this manipulation. I would like to know where they're going to and who they're going to. They can't just be going to the market maker in this case. There's no way that all of this money is going to the market maker. If this guy's condoning and letting this market maker ravage the investors on Coinbase Pro and Litecoin, there has to be to take such a risk, there has to be a financial reward given to him to keep continuing this. And he refuses to speak about it, people. I mean, it'd be like, oh, it would take him to answer my accusation. It would take him about 15 minutes in a calculator to run it through the calculator. Look, they're equidistant. I'll do it again. They're equidistant. I'll do it again. And it would shut me up. What I'm doing is running the figures, and they're not equidistant. They're not equidistant. They never are. That just proves that the two largest trades in the open order book are being used to leverage the price up and down. That's all it would take to shut me up. But no answer. I was told they were doing a parallel investigation, which I did my own parallel investigation. While they were doing it, I was doing it. They said they need many staff and many people. No, you don't. You need one person with the calculator to find the market makers trades and just do a little subtraction and a little addition. That's it. You see how far the trade's away when the market's pretty stable, and you can tell what he's up to. And as far as I can tell, I've done this more times than they have. I don't know how they're even checking it, how they sourced the information. And they gave the market maker a clear bill of health. Well, of course you'll give the market maker a clear bill of health. You say, yeah, oh yeah, he is manipulating the market. What are you gonna do? Kick your market maker off? It'll stop the whole market. Your whole business will have to shut down. So the fraud's allowed to continue. So there you go, people. Share this with everybody. Pass this around. Don't let these people take advantage of you. If you like crypto, which I do, you should defend it, okay? Not sit there and watch these clones wreck businesses. You understand? These two, male and female, the alpha and omega, okay? Both different ends of the spectrum, okay? Both of them trying to be the next Steve Jobs. Both of them doing things that they shouldn't do. And I'm predicting that Coinbase is going to be on the chopping block as the next Theranos. Honestly, that's what I feel. These guys are lying. They're cooking the books, and the market makers basically cooking the books. All right, people. That'll be my last video of the day. Good luck on your trading. You guys out there who know how to do math, you can exploit this. It's very simple. Don't keep losing all the time to these guys. This market's too rigged. Alright, I'm out.